So it seems that the political version of the Black Death has yet again raised its ugly head and has become the leadership of reform. This is it, Nigel Farage. This is the man that is literally paid opposition. Now, some of you may say no, but hear me out a minute, all right? We were supposed to actually not vote to leave the European Union. Nigel Farage was supposed to do a great job of telling us why we should leave, and he put up a great argument, and he does have some very good arguments about it, but he would. However, Project Fear at the time was supposed to make us all literally shit a brick. And this was the illusion of democracy, because we've got a two-party thing, which is two asses of the same, or two cheeks of the same arse. So we were supposed to think about it, be given the illusion that we had democracy, but not actually vote for it, so that we would have remain, to which Nigel Farage would have stayed part of the European Union with his job there, slagging everybody off, and we'd have thought he was the great man and all the rest of it. He would have stayed in charge of UKIP and carried on. But unfortunately, it didn't go to plan, and we did vote to leave, regardless of Project Fear and everything else. To which Nigel Farage then currently shit himself and quit the next day. After that, he managed to get a string of weapons-grade idiots to run the party, this was UKIP, and run it into the ground, because it actually, if we'd have had a different voting system, would have come first. This is a massive threat to the status quo, I might like to add. Okay, we're supposed to have either Labour or Conservative, and all of those idiots are bought and paid for, all right? Some of you may think this is all whatever conspiracy, do what you like, think what you like, but it is. UKIP became very dangerous, and they had to ruin it. Now, the NEC is very corrupt, all right, because very short time that I was anything to do with it, through Carl Benjamin and a few others, we got to see the inner workings and realised that it actually wasn't that good and it wasn't that legit. Anyway, after a plethora of idiots, they then got the good man in, and I'll remember his name in a minute. Sorry about this blank moment, but you'll all know what I'm on about. And he supported Tommy. And Tommy and him managed to almost double the amount of people that were paid up members of that, and which Farage then piled in and called us all a bunch of racists, I believe, because the party was starting to gain traction. And yet again, he had to come out and protect the status quo by demonising the people that were supporting it, and therefore ruining any chance that, say, for instance, UKIP would have had. After that, he went on to make some other party that was supposed to draw the votes away from UKIP, and at the last moment say, I capitulate, pull the people down and go and vote Conservative. Well, anyway, it seems that many of you have decided that you quite like the idea of reform, and I'm telling you now, it's a paid opposition party. So I've seen a lot of you say you're going to vote that way and you're thinking about that way. Well, the status quo isn't going to have this. So yet again, they've brought in their political henchman. This is Nigel Farage, and he will do some spectacular shit fuckery to ruin it. Now, there are going to be a lot of people, I should imagine, at the moment, that are going to be all for reform, and they're going to go, we need to vote for it, Farage is back, Farage is our man, and they'll all be hoodwinked. Just watch. Remember this video. Farage is going to fuck things up, all right? This is all he does. So don't think that it's a really good thing that he's going to be part of reform. The very fact that he is part of reform tells me everything I need to know. And it also tells me that we're fucked. Because at the moment, there is no party out there that has any sort of size that's got any credibility, in my view. The rest of them are already the legacy political parties, or anything new coming up that actually looks like it has half, credibility, will be smothered. And they won't get out anywhere. So yet again, we're still fucked. But I'm starting to think that voting your way out of our problems at the moment isn't going to work. Well, that's just my view. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comments. Sorry, I've been away for a while. See the video before. We are picking up, hence the reason I've done this video. So thanks for everybody and all your caring comments and everything that you put in the last video. It really meant a lot to me. And it also told me that I'm not the only one that's going through this. There's a lot of you that are going through dark times at the moment, because I suppose if you were aware of the current situation that we find ourselves in, and you weren't upset or depressed, there would actually be something wrong with you. And the only people who probably aren't down or depressed or suffering with anxiety are people that don't have the full gravity of the situation that we find ourselves in. So there you go. Anyway, I've got to go on and do a bit of work, so I'll see you in a bit.